Welcome to the Alumni Podcast, man. This is a special episode with my main man, Mikey Smith. What's up, T. Smith? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. We're doing good. It's been a minute since we've been on, so I'm glad to get Mikey on, kind of relive some of the moments from the past here. So this should be a good show.
Dude, I love this guest, man. He got the biggest smile on his face throughout like all the high school and middle school, bro. I'm excited, bro. I'm happy. Before I do the way back machine, before we let Mikey take the floor, bro. T, you got something to tell us?
Yeah, I just want to do the real quick. Just if you had to describe your high school experience, Mikey, would you say good, bad, things you would redo? Just real quick, like when you think back at Samo, did you kind of accomplish what you wanted to do, or like what's your first impressions when you think of Santa Monica High School? And that the 4 years you spent there, 2007 to 2010.
I would say, looking back, probably like looking back now, like I should have took baseball more seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of believed in my abilities in football. That's why baseball was always second.
Right.
Sure, I made it college on football scholarship, but that's where my injuries came. So like, was there just 1 year, freshman year of college, and knee blew out on me. So, but even to this day now, I still play baseball Sunday league. So I would say take baseball more seriously because I probably would have been a lot further than I am now.
Oh, that makes sense. My dad would say you need to make a business decision, and that's choosing the less injurious sport, right? So baseball over, basketball, or baseball over football for sure. But
definitely,
that's cool, man. That you had multiple sports you could choose from. Very cool.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to get into this story, bro. It's gonna be sick. I remember Mikey Smith is athletic as shit, dude. Let's just like put that out there. He was like just all the way back in middle school. I do that, I'm gonna take him way back, T. I'm gonna take him way back to June 17th of 2010, bro. That was our graduation date. You were like, you have the same last name as Tyler Smith, so y'all must have been in line together, bro. Like,
oh yeah, that's my brother from another mother. Yeah. That's my brother from another mother.
That's right. We always were next to each other. Every attendance, roll call, everything. It was always me and Mikey right there.
Yeah,
all the Smiths, man. The Smiths roll together. All right, y'all were in lines together, sweating mutually because it was hot as hell. It was the Lakers were playing the Celtics, of course. We know how that went.
Yeah.
I just found out that people were holding up signs of the score in the audience. Like we just learned that like 2 episodes ago. I can't believe that. I don't even remember that. But I remember that. I remember nobody was paying attention, bro. No one was paying attention to us. Dr. Pedroza sang us a song. None of us knew what the hell was going on with that. A couple other people performed. And that moment of truth, bro, that moment of truth when you were walking across the stage. I'm guessing you were ahead of T because M beats T, right? So Michael Smith versus Tyler Smith. So you probably got your degree. Tyler Smith hanging right behind you, bro. They pass you that piece of paper. It's not your degree. You get that later. And basically, all of us pretty much lost contact with each other after grad night. This whole podcast, everything that we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what happened to our main man, Mikey Smith. 13 years, bro, all the way up until now when you landed in this podcast with me and T. The floor is yours, bro.
I appreciate you guys for having me. Like I said earlier, but it's real good to connect with old friends. Definitely. And y'all 1 and 2 who make high school very much fun. Very much so. So I appreciate you guys for having me. After high school, I got a scholarship to Kansas Wesleyan University. Played football out there. Had the opportunity to play baseball. Didn't really do it. Ended up having another knee injury that I had received in high school senior year. At the time, they thought it was like tendinopathy in my right knee. So just did therapy on it. Thought nothing of it. Went to college, messed it up playing basketball, of course. So it would swell up on me, go away. Ended up playing maybe like 3 or 4 games my freshman year. Me and my roommate were the only 2 freshmen on varsity. They had freshmen in varsity out there. But it was a great experience just being able to say I played college football.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely a highlight of college. Uh, Besides 82% of the school being sports, so it was very sports oriented
For sure.
college. So it was so much fun. Um, yeah, after that year, I will say I did way too much partying. Yeah, academically uneligible. They were like, "Don't come back next year." I was like, "You got it." But I had me a great time while I was there.
Wow.
At least you had a good time, bro. You know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh
No
yeah.
regret.
Crazy thing was when we were juniors, there was a senior on the football team. His name was Charlie. He was an offensive lineman.
Mhm.
Met him out there at a rival college. It
Mm.
was crazy that we just ended up. I was like, Charlie. He was like, Mikey. I was like, ain't no way that like just two Samo boys just ended up in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, at two
Right.
rival schools. Like it was a great experience just to see another Samo High alum like
Right.
out here doing this thing on the football field. So that was like a dope experience. But like real major thing was like literally like there was a house for all the sports. So like the football house, baseball house, basketball house, softball, soccer. Yeah. And the clubs were $1 on Thursdays. So there was no going to school like on
Right.
Fridays. And
Mhm.
that kind of hit me in the butt because my advisor was my teacher on Friday and I never went to his class at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So that kind of backfired a little bit. I had to go
Hey.
to classes and he was just like, yeah, I've never seen you not one time. I was like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah, it was fun times though. Met some great people out there. I will say that.
Mhm.
Brought myself back after that. Went to West LA for a winter semester. Tried out for the baseball team. Made the baseball team.
Nice.
Met some. Reconnected with some Samuel High alumni. Dalton Hammond was actually on the team at the time with me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So there was a couple of guys I knew from Samuel that were there. Unfortunately, they messed up my school schedule. They blocked me from my courses I was going to take. So I ended up not being able to get the courses because they were like, "You owe 2 additional semesters." I was like, "Bro, I just got here. What do you mean I
Right.
owe you 2?" All
Okay.
right. So
That makes sense, man.
yeah, madness. So that basically was like, I was like, okay, well, I'm done with school. Let me start working. So I got a job at Pacific Park on the pier, working in games.
All
Yeah,
right.
that was cool. Did that for about a year. Got tired of that. It was fun while it lasted, but it was slow. Uh,
Mhm.
Started working with my sister at Parks and Recreations. So was able to do like summer camp, work with kids, have fun. I would say
Mhm.
that's one of the great experiences ever because it's like you get paid to play with kids.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
Like kids, that's like one of the best things. Summer camp, there's nothing you got to worry about. You're coordinating
Mhm.
games, activities with them. You get paid to go on field trips to all these different amusement parks,
That's
aquariums, like all kinds of
True.
stuff. Yeah, like so it was fun times, so much fun times. Did
Mhm.
that for a couple years. Um, then started working at the airport. Worked the ramp. That was cool. It was basically you can make your own schedule, but uh, at the time when I was working with the kids in the summer camp, I blew my knee out again playing
yeah.
kickball with. This time was a little bit different. I could feel the pop. It didn't pop back in place like it normally would. Usually it'll pop in and out, swell
Mhm.
up for 2 weeks, and I'm good to go again. This
Mhm.
time it didn't feel the same way. So it was like, okay, time to get it checked out for real. Got it checked out. They were like, yeah, you have a torn ACL, you have a flip meniscus. It's like it's time for surgery.
Right.
So yeah. So what it was about a good like 5-year run from the
Okay.
time I hurt my knee to the time I had surgery. And I finished high school football, played college football on it, and some baseball. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
doctors are like, it doesn't hurt. I'm like, nah, it just swells up for 2 weeks and I'm back at
Mhm.
it again. I just can't play basketball anymore because if I cut sideways, it'll definitely pop.
Mhm.
But yeah, I turned into a test dummy during like the physical. Like one doctor came in, was messing around with it. They're like, oh my God. And then the next thing I know, there's like 5 doctors playing with my knee in the room. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Test the reflexes.
They're all like,
yeah, like, bro, I don't know. Yeah, so by the time we had surgery on it, I was basically me and my wife Jasmine, also Seminole High alum. She was pregnant with our first daughter in 2015. So I was laid up on the couch with a knee brace while she was pregnant, trying to help me out at the same time. Yeah, there was that. Started working as a security officer. Tried to get just doing regular. I was didn't really know what to do. Basically, was just lost in the wilderness trying to figure out what to do with life. Army recruiter walks in to one of my CVS jobs and he's just like, "You want to do this?" I'm like, nah, I'm good. And came back home, talked to Jasmine. I was like, maybe. So maybe about a week passes and I go and I join the Army. Try to go in as a firefighter initially. I'm like, that'd be cool, something I could do. That seems like a real chill job.
Right.
They told me they had the program. I go take the test in El Segundo, come back. Yeah, we don't have the program anymore, but you can go ahead and be military police officer. I was like, I don't want to be a cop, bro. If I wanted that, I did.
Shout out to Nick Becerra.
It's two totally different things, bro.
That big Bessie. Yeah, I talked to Nick B sometimes too.
Yeah.
I seen him at the last 4th of July.
Cool.
Ran into him.
Oh, that's cool. All right, for sure.
So
we just had him on a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
I seen it. Yeah, I watched it. I was with my dog. So went to ended up going to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri from January to June for basic training.
Dang.
Craziest time ever for a dude from Santa Monica, California, who's never seen tornadoes or snow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a recipe.
Man, and of course, I get lucky and it's the worst winter ever, right? It can't just be a normal one. It has to be the worst.
Yeah.
Army story time. So we're supposed to be out in the field, right? And we had to come back to our company. We're on the bus. All I hear is a siren going off and everybody's just looking around. And I'm sitting here y'all don't hear this going on? Yeah. See the drill sergeant come running out of the company. Get the fuck off the bus. Get in the building. And everybody's still sitting there. I said, bro, y'all trying to go out the front door. I opened the back door of the bus. Bust that
Get me off.
Yeah, they just sitting there. I'm like, bro, do you know there's multiple exits on this bus? I'm not
right.
Yeah, so we sit in the hallway of our company, head down, somebody in front of you, somebody behind you, you just ducking. Yeah, it turned out it was a tornado and a thunderstorm going on. Couldn't take a shower for 2 days. So after that, we busted. Yeah, we actually go to the field now. Now we're sleeping in tents. And when I tell you I got all the seasons in that one day, it went from sunny to fall cloudy, then it started raining, then we got sleet, and then we got snow. So by the time we had to pull guard, so I was asleep, but it was frozen. Our tent was frozen to the ground. Get out the tent, got to pull guard, and we're laying in the snow at 2 a.m. And then all of a sudden, all you hear is bang, 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 enemy to the front, enemy to the rear, and we're just over here I'm like, bro, it's 2 a.m.
Right.
It's frozen. I'm laying here. My buddy next to me shooting. I'm not shooting nothing. I'm like, my fingers are frozen. You can shoot all you can do. But it's we got the little adapters on the gun. So it's blank shooting. But I'm sitting here bro, you can shoot for me. Because this ain't it, dog.
Where the hand warmers at? I need some hand warmers.
Man, where are they at? Because I'm not here for it. But yeah, that was a crazy time. I will say I got in some of the best shape of my life too.
Okay.
Wow.
They will get you into shape. It's crazy. The way they feed you, you got a red column, a green column, a yellow column. So you got to figure out, okay, if you're overweight, all you eating is green. And if they catch you eating red, you in trouble. So, and if you underweight, all you eating is red. Do not eat green. They want to put you. Yeah, the whole mentality of the Army, for the most part, during basic training, they want to break you down and build you up as a soldier. They want to break your mentality. That's why all the yelling. That's why all the push-ups and all that stuff. They want to build you into the soldier that you're supposed to be. So yeah, you got some people who fight back, but it's like, bro, it's supposed to happen this way. You can't have the same mentality that you used to have. So
Right.
that's what I took out of it. I'm like, you can't take none of this personally either. Like I saw some dudes like literally was like trying to be hard to somebody. I'm like, dude, you volunteered for this. Remember that. Like
Mm,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
your choice. Nobody forced you to do this. There's no
right.
point in trying to act hard. Like if and
Mhm,
then if you mess up, we all gotta suffer. So it's
right.
not just you by yourself. If you mess up, we all hey, front leaning rest, move, push up time. Like it's over with. But there
Mhm.
was some fun times, like we had one drill sergeant who would come around in the bays when we're sleeping, and if he caught you out of bed, he'd sneak up on you and be like, "Bang, you're dead," and you just gotta drop down
Mm.
until somebody walks around the bed to come and get you.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
sad,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, so, like, one night when we were up, like, we put the dustpans by the door as claymores, so as soon as he opened it and it fell, we were like, "Bang, we got you." He made
Right.
it fun to be awake at, like, 2 in the morning. It was crazy.
Right.
And
Yeah.
last night, after graduation, well, the night before graduation, we literally had like a 3-store riot. Like drill sergeants involved, everybody. Like we're over here throwing uh itching foot powder as like grenades and stuff. Like we got riot gear going on in the barracks. Like it was
Mhm.
like all out war zone in that barracks. But it was fun times because it was our last night. But
Sure.
it was cool. Um After that came back to just being a regular reservist because I didn't go active duty. I just went reserve.
Okay.
Uh,
Mhm.
so my unit was out of Bell, California. Uh, did
Okay.
that was over there, and of course I didn't just get like a regular military police contract. They were like, no, we're gonna actually put you in the criminal investigative division. So now you're gonna go be in street clothes and you're gonna go try and buy drugs from people and set up like drug buys, drug bust, do like undercover sneaky shit. I'm like, bro,
Wow.
I didn't want to be a cop. Like now you got me into another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
I got to be undercover too. Like it was crazy. It was like the training was fun because we actually went to uh, Charleston, North Carolina, and we did training out there at their federal law enforcement training center.
Mm.
Mhm.
And out there, like we rented focuses, we rented phones, and we would like post up in like our barracks room, looking out the hallway window. And while somebody's doing a drug buy, we set the recorder on the phone so they would record and we can hear. And like
Mm.
really through binoculars out the window, watching the drug buy happening and listening to the whole conversation. So it was
Wow.
like real cool experience to like see like, oh, this is how this actually works.
Mhm.
Like practicing it is cool. Doing it in real life, I'm cool on
Mhm.
that. But like I'll practice it though. Just
Yeah.
yeah. So that experience was crazy. Unfortunately, I lost one of my battle buddies. He was going to deploy. He was ended up passing away on his motorcycle before his deployment. So that was one sad thing because it was like us five of us who joined the unit at the same time. So we
Mhm.
Mhm.
went from privates to specialists. So E1 through E4 together. So we
Okay.
built some good memories. Lost him. Still my dog, but
Yeah, man.
I
Rip, man. I'm sorry for your loss.
yeah, thank you. Tried to deploy. I
Okay.
really tried to. It was going to be a cool, easy deployment to Saudi Arabia. It was
Mm.
just
Okay.
we just pull gate guard, basically 12-hour shifts, 4 day on, 3 day off.
Mhm.
Easy deployment for your first one is like a dream one. Like you're staying on the Air Force base, you're like it's got a pool, got a gym, like it's
Oh,
chill deployment.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it would have been. It would have been.
would
I
Yeah.
didn't get
have
Yeah,
to.
I know
Like,
you didn't get sick, but it
I
sounds
didn't
What
get
good.
determines if you get a deployment or not? Is it based on, how you did in the academy, or like what are they determining who goes and who doesn't?
it's based on if your unit is like in the rotation to mobilize, or you
Okay.
can go on some online and basically volunteer for a deployment. I'm not
Mm.
volunteering for one. I'll tell you that right now. We just had
Right.
the opportunity, and our commander was like, "Hey, all you young guys, you're going on this deployment." I was like, "Well, cool. It's a cool
Mhm.
deployment. He says we have to go. Let's go." But the
Mhm.
people who were going, their command team was like, "You just had surgery. You can't go unless you have a profile." I was like, but I passed my physical fitness test twice.
Right.
But they're like,
Mhm.
nah, we want you on a permanent one. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense if I'm good to go. And my
Right.
chain of command was like, that sounds sketchy as hell. You may not want to go. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I had to pull back. Luckily, I didn't go because their whole chain of command got relieved of duty for doing sketchy stuff out there.
Oh wow.
So, blessing and a curse.
Right.
So even still, haven't been deployed. Just recently hit my 10-year mark yesterday.
Nice,
So
man.
10 years. Yeah. Been trying to. Right now, I'm currently at E5, trying to make Staff Sergeant E6. Just got this crazy program that not many people know about. It's called the AGR program, Active Guard and Reserve. So basically, I'm active duty, but I'm a reservist as well. So I'm just a full-time staff. Cool position. Basically, you stay here for a 3 to 5 year term. Then you hop around. You can choose your next duty location. They basically give you a list of where you want to stay. You write it down, and they see what's available for you. And so that's kind of my life right now. Just I'm 2.5 years in here. I'm supposed to leave 2025 between March and October. So we'll see where we want to go next. I want to go to some country areas because I like.
Washington, we have JBLM, Joint Base Lewis
I
McCord.
know you guys JBLM.
Hey, look. Installation, so I could treat you as an AGR.
I got Oregon on the list. Like I'm trying to go somewhere where it's like less populated. I found that I like more peace and tranquility areas. I like areas where like I can get a whole bunch of land, neighbors are far away, it's quiet. Like I could just have toys, dirt bikes, ATVs, RVs, jet skis, just peace, tranquility. I've learned that over the years that I'm more of a chillax type of guy. Yeah, I'll turn up every now and then, but more so I keep it copacetic. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I like? What's up?
You know what I like about your story so far, Mikey?
What's up?
It sounds like you got more and more selective about what you want to do and what you don't want to do as time progressed, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like you look back, you're like, man, you know what? I should have played baseball. But like now you're like, you know what? I don't want to be no undercover cop out here, like trying to buy drugs from people. But some people will just go, like, you know what I mean? Like, but you know what you want, you know? And I think that's a gift in life, you know?
Appreciate it. Yeah, you got to weed out certain stuff. I'm like, certain stuff I'm willing to do, certain stuff I'm willing not to. I gotta consider, like, me and Jasmine, we got married in 2014. So it'll be 10 years next year. Yeah, thank you. Two girls. One just turned 2, the other one just turned 8. So like it's not just me I'm trying to look out for, it's them. And I know this is a hard job to do, especially since we move every 3 to 5 years. Like I gotta pick my family up and move them. I know it's hard on them. Luckily my girls are like me. They can make friends wherever they go. They're very outgoing. They're the life of the party. So, but I also have to look out for my wife because I have to make sure that she's straight. She's understanding. She's comfortable. She's like, so when I choose somewhere, it's like, okay, what's your input? Where would you like to go? So we've sat down multiple times and had conversations about places that we want to live, situation like that. She's more like me. We like the RV, get up and go, do our own things, be outdoors type of family. So like she's fine with the rural areas and everything like that. I will say one less rural areas like Vegas. I've always wanted to go to Vegas between like that 2013 time frame when the houses was like super cheap. But it wasn't like directly in Vegas. I wanted like Summerlin and what's the other one? Start with an H. I can't remember.
Henderson?
Henderson, yep. Henderson and Summerlin. Yeah. So they got a base out in Sloan too. So I'm like, okay, I can go to Sloan. I can go to North Vegas, work at the Air Force Base. Oh, recently turned in 2019, turned into a raver. It took my wife a whole lot of years to get me, but 2019 turned into a raver. Went to EDC for the first time.
Wow, nice.
Great experience.
I always wanted to go. I just never got a chance to like ever.
Life changing. Like you want to talk about a place where you can just be you without any judgment from anybody, and people accept you. like you don't even know them, but they accept you, and the music and vibes is just immaculate. Like it's I
You think
will
that's
say,
a good first one to go to, or is there any like step ups to get to EDC, or should you just jump right into it? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I just jumped right in, and we went to the biggest one of the biggest ones. We went to EDC. It was cool. Like we did staying at the hotel first. We tried that, and we just did a shuttle pass to the racetrack. Went again. We're gonna go in 2020, but COVID happened, so they shut it down. Went again in 2021 or 2021 we went, and we did RV camping. Now that's a different vibe, like crazy. Like you get to stay there, like at your own. They party 24/7. Like you can wake up at like 5 a.m. and you already hear music and people out there dancing. Like you go get like it's a whole little community. It's crazy vibes. I turned into a big raver after 2019. Like that was cool. I love the dressing up.
Mikey, I can't picture that for you, bro.
Man, I got videos. I got just to believe. I got a huge bass head now. So like all the hard. Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to Coachella, Mikey?
I haven't been to Coachella.
Okay.
We just did Nocturnal Wonderland in September. Nocturnal Wonderland is out in San Bernardino.
Oh wow.
Crazy one. Yeah, it was chill. Got some dope new artists that I like to listen to now. But yeah, that's a little 2-day one, so it's a little less extreme. But I definitely like it. Go ahead.
I just you glossed over something and I can't get it out of my head, bro. I heard that like army training is fucking hard and brutal and all that.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, like, give me a typical day of like what you had to do. Cause like I heard some people like they couldn't even make it to the end, but you just like you're like, yeah, I did it for a span of months. I'm like, dude, I want to hear like the whole thing, bro.
All right, I got you. So we'll start with basic training. So like my current life is a lot more chill, lax. So I'll start with the more excessive stuff, which is basic training. You basically come in, you file in with random people that you don't know. They shave your head. If it's not shaved, you're just bald. You're bald. Yeah, you're straight bald, dog. Like you don't get an option. They just it's off. Yeah,
Jim's already out. Jim's out. Like, I like my hair too much. Jim's out.
There's no say so. And let me tell you, some of these barbers, like they're just there for a check, bro. Like even after like you getting a jacked up cut by somebody on some of these bases. It's crazy. Like Patches O'Houlihan looking. So it's outrageous. But so usually it's about I would say 04:30, 05 wake up. You get up, you go outside, you line up, march, sing cadences, but you're going to do PT, so you're going to do physical training. Depending on what day of the week, you're either running or you about to do some body work, or it's not lifting. It's more so like a lot of, I won't say CrossFit at that time. It was more body weight. So like a lot of the stuff was have to do with like you doing push-ups, you doing sit-ups, you doing calisthenics for the most part. So after that, you go back, you shower, get ready for breakfast chow. You go do breakfast, and then you come back and you start your day based off of what you're trying to learn. So the first, they have phases. So you got red phase, you got white phase, you got blue phase. Those are the 9 weeks of basic training. Because I was military police officer, my training all consisted together. So I was what they considered OSIT. So my training had no breaks. So that's why I was there from January to June. Some people, depending on their job, they did their 9 weeks, they got a break, and then they came back for their AIT, which is their advanced individual training. Yeah, they would be able to finish those 9 weeks, leave, and then come back at a later date. Nah, mine was not. You here for the whole time. We about to do all 26 of these weeks, and we about to knock it out, dog.
And Jasmine's not there with you, right? She's still back home, or?
Yeah, so she's back home. And this was in 2014, the beginning of 2014, January 2014 through June. So she's back home. Luckily, I had a real one looking out for her. I was gone. My homie Juwan, who now I consider one of my bros for real. He would check in on her every now and then. So I appreciate him for that. I had a lot of my brother Chris, he was check in on her too.
Okay.
So
it's a tough way to start a marriage for sure.
Man,
Right?
man, it definitely was like, and that was just a little taste too.
Right.
But some of the training just consisted of basically learning how to shoot, move, and communicate. So
Okay.
it was like literally just okay, you're gonna work on rifle, like how to use a rifle. Who's ever shot before? If you ain't never shot, you start from the bases. They teach you breathing, they teach you trigger squeeze, they teaching you how to steady your aim, all this good stuff. You got to go through OCS training. So you getting gas, bro. They about to we went to the gas chamber too. That was some crazy training.
What the hell? What are they gas you with, bro?
It was what is it? O2, not O2. Something. I don't even.
Okay.
OS spray or something. But they had it in a jug, and you went inside of the chamber, and they opened it. You had your gas mask on. You're in there. They're like, "All right, time to take it off." You take it off, and you got to say the soldier's creed as best as you can. You maybe get through like 2 lines before you just choking, eyes watering, snot dripping down your nose, and you in there probably for a good about 30 to 45 seconds. Then they let you out, and you over here puking once they get out. I seen some bloody noses. Yeah, it was crazy. Then you have some fun days too. Like some days, like we had, it was like National American Day or something like that. We went out and shot machine guns. I shot 249s, 240 Bravos. We had tracer rounds on there. So every like third round, you see the red dot fly. That was fun. They were basically taught you peanut butter jelly, so you squeeze it, peanut butter jelly. And it yeah, so those are like some fun days. I mean, the worst days is when you had to ruck march. So like they gradually build you up. You pack your pack with 30 pounds, and then gradually you get to 60 pounds. But you start rucking. You do 3K, you do 5K, you do 7K, then you do a 10K, then you do a 12K. Then the last one is a 16K to end like all the basic training. Like you gradually work yourself up to that.
When you started, how many people started with you and how many people finished, bro?
Yeah.
Ooh, so it was well over 100 people. One company can hold well over 100 people. I want to say probably about 150, 160. Wow. The issue with not finishing is there was no not finishing. Like you signed up for this, you signed a contract. There is no not finishing. So it's like
right?
Yeah. Now you get recycled. So basically, like people started to try and like it got real psychological in there. And I would say basically basic training is 90% psychological, 10% physical. So it got to a point where people were so tired of being there, their mental capacity couldn't hang up. They started trying to saying they were suicidal and stuff like that. So we had suicide watch and all this stuff. Yeah, we know that they're not really suicidal because they're trying to just get out. But there's no other way to get out. You can't just say I'm done and that's it. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we knew who was playing games and who wasn't. Granted, there probably was some people who were, but you kind of knew who wasn't. People tried to play the injury bug. All right, let me try and get hurt. I was one when I first got there. I was like, let me try and I know my knee wasn't right. I got in on a fluke. There was no way I should have joined with a torn ACL.
Right.
My recruiters did some crazy stuff and I got in. Hey, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but I said it. Hey, it is what it is. Now I'm 10 years in. You can't take it away.
Get it when you quit, bro. I'm not mad at you, man.
Yeah. But the thing with trying to injure yourself is you hurt yourself. You got to wait till you heal, and then you start all over again. So basically, I would have been like, depending on what time I got hurt. Let's say I'm week 10 in. Now I got to wait till I heal again. Well, it depends on what you hurt. If you hurt your ankle or you tore something, you got to wait till you heal for another 3 months, and then you got to go back and do your whole 26 weeks all over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's intense, man.
It's crazy. Yeah. So that was basic training in a nutshell. It's a whole lot of just let's break you down, build you up, get you how we want to get you. Like I said, it was all all mental, and I think that's where I built my mentality from. Of hey, it is what it is. Like I really like to say that. Like it is what it is. You can yell all you want to. Um, Me yelling back is a waste of energy because it still has to get done at the end of the day. I still have to go through it, so it's not gonna stop anything. You feel me? So
Another thing that we see like a lot is like those drill sergeants like yelling at you, bro.
yeah.
How often did that happen to you? And like, what's the worst case you ever seen of like somebody just like getting yelled at or like mess with? You know?
Um, I don't know. I realized my drill sergeants they were hilarious. They were funny, and we had some smart mouth people. So
Okay.
like there was one dude from New York. He was pretty stocky at the time. Um,
Mhm.
our drill sergeant from our platoon was like he was big on running, so he was like, "Man, I'm fast." And the dude name was Fowler. He's like, "Hey, I'm faster than you." The drill sergeant like, "Well, Fowler, probably Fowler, how fast are you?" He was like, "I'm faster than you, drill sergeant." And we was like, "Oh."
Asking for it.
I said,
Yeah.
"No, that's no go." But then, like, we had some other drill sergeants who were like that too. Like, we go upstairs, and there was one dude who always tried to find somewhere to fall asleep. So he slept at the bunk, like right when you walked in the door. There's a bunk to the right. He was
Mhm.
under the bottom bunk, sleeping there. I don't know how the drill sergeant found him. Don't ask me how, because it's not an obvious spot. He found him. The drill sergeant went into the janitor's closet, filled up a mop bucket with water, backed up, came out, and literally just chucked the mop bucket full of water underneath the bunk and woke him up.
Wow.
That's savage, man. That's like next level.
Crazy
Damn.
thing I seen was our first sergeant. He was a black short dude from Texas. He
Mhm.
pulled up in his Chrysler. It was the wagon though. On his hood, he had painted Jesus versus the devil. I kid you not. On his hood. And then somehow, I don't know, somebody found that this man was in a rap music video. And so when we went out on pass, we saw the video. First sergeant in there getting and then we had to ask the next time we see him, we're like, "First sergeant, was that you in that music video?" He was like, "No comment."
No go.
That's my past life.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't speak for like I've seen some yelling, um, but it wasn't like crazy, like over the top. Like, yes, they yell over the top because that's what they're supposed to do. I didn't see anything like that was just like, bruh, that's out of line. Um, it was more so yelling because people were doing dumb stuff, which is it's
What
nothing.
else did you kind of use for, mental motivation, or were there books that you were leaning on, or quotes that you came back to, or what was the kind of thing that gave you that psychological edge, maybe over people around you that they didn't lean on in that time?
I would say letters. I would look forward to letters from family members and Jasmine and all. I would write some of the guys. They would write me letters back like, "Man, we're proud of you. Keep going. You're doing your thing." It was more so the letters that for the most part got me through a lot of it. Um, it was a long process when you're in it.
Right.
Long, like you
Absolutely,
think
man.
January to June, bro. What? Crazy.
There was no Snapchat or TikTok back then, right? It's
Nah, it
all
wasn't.
handwritten.
It was
Yeah.
nah. And we only got our phones on Saturdays.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
One day
Yeah.
a week. That's crazy,
One
man.
day a week. One day a week. That's all you get it for.
That's probably so much psychologically more healthy though than the way we do it
Yeah.
now, where you're always on your phone. So like, I'm like, damn, that sounds kind of nice. Like one day a week, like.
Hey, when we look back on it, like after training was over, we literally would go and work out.
Yeah.
Like, so it was like they had a little miniature gym right there. So it was like it took our minds off of like being there, and you didn't think about like all the extras, and you actually got physically in shape because there was nothing else to do. So it was like, bro, let's just go work out and work on our bodies. That's why I say that once you get past the physical part and you get yourself in shape, it's not hard. It's like getting over the mental part of it. Cause then like they'll discipline us for somebody messing up. But it's like if you're in shape, oh bro, this is just another workout now. Like I'm about to ace this PT test coming up. Guess what? So add another 10 on mine. Man, we in there. So it was more so the mental, but yeah, the letters from family, that's really what I look forward to. I think I would get like probably about 4 different letters every time we had mail day. So I would cling to those and just reread them over and over and over again.
Do you come from a military family yourself, or are you the first?
Nah, my uncle's son was in the Air Force, but as far as that, I'm like, shoot, I would. For me, I'm like, yeah, I'm like the first one out of my family for the most part, like in close immediate family that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like, some of my family couldn't go through it though.
So, Mikey, you said you're at a certain level and that you want to move up, like onto other levels. What do the next like 10 years look like for you? If you could have it your way, of course. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, my next step is definitely got to make that 6. I've been at E5 since 2018. That's when I first promoted. Initially, thought I was going to get into the program I'm in now back then, but there were some issues that not on my behalf that did not work in my favor. And so I got to the point where like, man, I'm just going to get out. So I didn't do any extra training to build my points to making that next promotion. Once I basically made my mind up because we were going to move to Bakersfield, we had basically talked to a realtor, found a house, put an offer on the house on a Tuesday. Then I got my letter of acceptance to this program on a Friday. And we were just like, are we going to do it? We only got 24 hours to respond. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was like once I did that, I'm like, okay, now it's time to promote. So now working till my E6, I've been in some schools. I went to recovery school, which I learned how to pull like tanks, bigger trucks out of like water, out of sand pits on their sides. That was a great school. Fun school. Like, I didn't realize there was a whole lot of math involved. I'm like, I cheated off of Jasmine in high school, so I had to earn this one.
It's a W, man.
It's a W, man. I had to work my math on this one, man. I was like a lot of math. I was not prepared for that. But yeah, you learn how to hook up chains, hook up to cranes, hook up to winches, tie it up, use shackles, bring it back on its proper side. But you gotta work you gotta work the winch and the shackle at the same time so it doesn't tip. Man, it was crazy, but it was fun class. We pulled one out of like a water pit too, got in that thing nice and muddy. Yeah, it was fun time. Yeah, fun times. So that's another notch on the belt that I wanted. But E6, I want to make that. My initial goal was to make E7 sergeant first class, and then I started looking at like chief warrant officers. So basically, you got your regular officers, but then you got your chiefs who are usually like enlisted soldiers who become officers, but they go to chiefs and they become warrant officers. Basically, they're like NCOs who became officers, so they're still badass because they know what the NCOs did, and they're officers. So you like, man, I seen a warrant officer and an officer go toe to toe, and that warrant officer, yeah, he got up in there. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I need to be one of those. They'll be like, you already know what it is. Yeah, but that's the goal. I want to be a warrant officer. So hopefully I can build more knowledge because, like I said, I was MP first. I just became a mechanic. That was the only way I was going to stay in. I'm still learning this mechanic life. I'm only 2.5 years on it. So I'm still trying to figure out this. We got these new beasts of truck. They're called JLTVs, Joint Light Tactical Vehicles. You guys get a chance, look them up. Those some bad boys.
I already know, man. I already know this shit that you've seen.
Badass as a Cybertruck from Tesla, though. Come on, let's be real.
They look better than that Tesla truck. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
Tesla truck's garbage. That's right.
They look a whole
lot.
Elon
Musk. I mean,
so we were doing training up at San Luis Obispo this summer. We were coming back and we had stopped in Love's at a fuel point to fuel up. One of the trucks went down. It wouldn't start. We couldn't figure it out. We were waiting there 3 hours for a tow truck. We get it towed, and I'm like, man, we're gonna get back home late. Everybody kept on going. It's just me and my staff sergeant. I'm like, everybody's gonna get home late. I'm like, nah, we gonna make it. We gonna get home. And so we're towing a trailer. It's just me and him and our 2-door JLTV. Bro, I'm hitting 70, 75 in this tactical truck towing a trailer. When we get to the bottom of the grapevine, about to go up the hill, I take the hill at 50. That thing, I tell you, that thing is humming like the old Humvees. You couldn't get them that fast. They were,
Wow.
yeah, I was pushing 70. Yeah.
Damn.
I probably shouldn't say that live, but we said it.
Hey, man, you gotta get the job done, you know?
Hey,
Right, we got this.
Man,
Floor it.
instead of getting back at like midnight, 1 o'clock, we got back at like 10:30, 10:45.
Wow.
But that thing, like, if you get a chance, look it up. The Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, JLTV, that thing. But the only thing about it is they're very temperamental. They're basically a computer on wheels. So, like, that truck that broke down, we got it back. When we got it back and it was coming off the tow truck, it started up with no problems.
Right.
Bro, we literally fought you to turn on when we was out here in 105-degree weather. You didn't want to do a thing. When you get back because you decided to find you wanted to cool down and have a nice little ride back, now you want to start with no problems. Yeah,
that's quality, bro.
It's very, very temperamental. I'm like, I'm not an electrician. I don't do computers, dog. Like, I'm trying to be a mechanic. I'm still learning that.
That's the thing. It must be so hard. You do have to have such diverse knowledge to fix anything now, because like back in the day, right? Everything was just 10 parts for like everything. And now it's like you got to be an electrician, you got to be a mechanic, you got to all these stuff. I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah, so next 10 years, that's basically the goal is E6, E7, try and be a warrant officer.
I love that
position. The goal is to also, when we move, try and buy a house where we move at. So it's like, I've heard stories of soldiers who they hop different locations, but they buy property in each location. Stay there, sell it before they leave. So somebody is renting out that one, and then you do the same thing in the next location. So I'm thinking, me and my wife, because she took some real estate classes out here, so she actually, she was like, I think she took a test, passed it. She's into real estate too, so I'm like, that's the next goal. Is like buy property wherever we land. That's why I like some of these rural areas. It's like you get a whole bunch of land, and your neighbor's about 5 miles away. I'm fine with my neighbor being 5 miles away. Send me to Oregon, send me to Montana, like send me to Dakota. Like people ask me, you ain't worried about the racist people, bro? What? No, I'm only gonna see them when I'm grocery shopping. He got something to say to me, I'm gonna be like, cheers to you. I'm about to go home and drink one for you. Don't worry about it. I'm just here to buy groceries.
That's a good attitude, bro. That's a good attitude, bro. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, I wish you not only the best of luck in your 10 years, bro, but I hope you achieve all that and more, bro. If it helps, you should look up the bird method, because if you're moving into like a all these different like properties, you just like you buy it, you rehab it. Once you rehab it, you refinance it, and then you can like rent it out or sell it. And then you can always like refinance if you add equity. So it's something I might text you about, especially like, moving like all across like the states, man. I'm like, that's crazy. That might be a good way for you to start, bro.
Definitely hit me up.
Yeah. We do some set segments. The first one we're gonna do is our first memories of Mikey Smith, bro. Back in the day when we first saw him. T, do you remember the first time you saw Mikey?
I think so. I think it was 6th or 7th grade for sure, in John Adams Middle School. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember Mikey Smith, bro. I remember him in the 6th grade, bro. In the 6th grade, I had Miss Blanchard with you, bro.
Yeah.
We were in choir together.
Yeah.
You know who was leading every day? The warm up. That was Mikey Smith, bro.
Mikey Smith.
He had all of us singing, bro. He had all of us singing. She loved you, man, because you just like you did the warm ups for her, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, you remember the one concert we did in front of the whole school, and I did 99 Problems?
Oh yeah,
I remember that, bro.
I hope that's on YouTube somewhere. I really hope so. Like, that would make my life. That's
And
on
she didn't
YouTube.
realize when we were singing either. She let me sing that song.
Didn't
in front of
care, bro.
everybody. She didn't know.
And the crowd loved it though.
Yeah.
I love that, man. But I had PE with you that same year, bro. I think in the 6th grade. We had rather Miss Dipley or somebody. Like I don't remember what their name was. But I was like, man, this dude leads choir, man. I don't think he can guard. We trying to play basketball. I was like, this dude leads choir. There's no way I can't guard him, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Mikey Smith, like at that age, you were like just a little bit shorter than everybody else. You got a growth spurt in high school for sure. But like, you know what I mean? So I was like, there's no way this dude is gonna beat me down the dribble, man. I tell you, bro, like nobody can catch him, bro. Nobody could even see this guy. The second he got the ball, he just ran down. Everybody was winded within like a minute, and this dude was scoring on everybody. I was like, man, Mikey. I was like, man, not only does he lead choir, he whoops all our asses.
My memory of Mikey was also sports related. I think we had PE and stuff together, but I definitely remember it must have been 6th grade. It was right before like winter break or something, but we were like on the same basketball team. It was like 4-on-4, whatever, 3-on-3 or something. And I was like, for whatever reason, having like a really good shot that day. And I remember like specifically getting a pass from Mikey, going up for it and shooting, and Mikey's like, oh, that's in. Like he just like immediately said like I was in. And I made the shot and I was like, hell yeah, like Mikey like believes in me. I love it.
The form was immaculate, T.
The form was he's just like, it's in. That's money right there. And I was like, damn, Mikey thinks I have a good shot. I made it.
Yeah, I love that, man.
That was peak Tyler like basketball dreams. Yeah,
there it is. There it is, my boy T.
Yeah, man. I let him a pair of LeBron 9 PEs because I was at my peak probably in like 2015 or 2016 in basketball. And I lent T just recently like my shoes that like from that era. And I swear, bro, he just started balling out like crazy. It was like Mike status. I'd never seen him play like that in my entire life. I was like, it's the shoes for sure. Like, there's no way. There's no way. I don't know where he developed that.
We used to go to Memorial Park and play, and it was fun, man. But yeah, the shoes made all the difference. For sure.
Yeah, that day.
Sure. Should I hit with the lightning questions, Jim? Or should I hit
we got to hit him with the lightning questions, man. We're going to try to bring you all the way back to your essence on these questions, man. Try to get you back to your Samo days.
Right. Yeah, so these are all kind of Samo related. We got 6 questions here, Mikey. So we'll kind of hit you with these, kind of wrapping up the show a little bit here. The first one is going to be best off-campus lunch spot that you went to in high school.
L&L, hands down.
Oh, the Hawaiian barbecue.
Fire.
Half and half chicken, katsu barbecue chicken.
That's not even there anymore. They changed every restaurant. Like,
the only one there is El Pollo Loco. But the one thing bad about El Pollo Loco is they used to have the $5 big bag of French fries. Everybody forgets about El Pollo Loco's French fries. Bro, they used to have the big bag of French fries, best fast food French fries. They were $5. They get you the giant bag.
They slept on that. Yeah, they should bring that back.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That's
I don't even think I ever got fries from
Look, see, that's what I'm telling you. Look, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go tonight. Let's do it.
I'm checking out, dog. Look, Fat Boy Fitness.
Question 2: hardest class you took?
Cool. Is it no, not government with Miss Boyd.
Government.
Oh yeah.
Boyd. I never had her. I remember the name, but I never had her. Yeah. Government was tough. Yeah. Which year of high school would you most like to relive if you woke up tomorrow and had to relive one year?
Senior year.
Okay. I feel like I found my stride junior and senior year. First 2 years was kind of shit, and then it got better.
Yeah. Last 2 years were the best for me.
Last 2 years, for sure. Best restroom on campus to take a dump?
Oh, it's in the language building.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I have to remember. I don't even remember the layout.
It's Oh, is it
That was
B-Wing?
close to the fence. That's where we had Miss Loria gym, that building.
Yeah, that's that building.
Okay. I would agree with that. That's a pretty solid
Yeah.
area to take it, dude. Who is the hottest teacher at Samo?
Oh man, she wasn't even really a teacher. She was a sub.
That's
her name?
cheating, but I'll let it slide.
Hey,
I'll take it, bro. I just want to hear it.
But she was a teacher because my teacher went out. It was for geometry my sophomore year.
Oh,
She was either from Spain or Brazil. I forgot. But she was our sub for like a good couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah,
There was these two foreign exchange students from Brazil, and I remember everyone was just like goo eyes over these two girls. I don't even remember who they were. I'd have to look at my yearbooks, but there was a couple
who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't remember them, but I know you're talking about.
It was
I don't even
great.
know who we're talking about, bro.
Yeah. Brazilians are the hottest people, that's for sure. Last question. What song from our high school era is still on your iPod?
Teach Me How to Dougie.
Oh, that's fire, bro. That's
your walk-up song on baseball.
That's your walk-up song? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
That'll get you high, bro. For sure.
I heard the Lakers just got Shohei Ohtani or whatever his name is.
Yeah, man, they cheated, bro.
I mean, that's the wrong sports that you just mixed together, but come on, T.
Hey,
baseball with basketball.
My bad. Yeah. But yeah, the Dodgers. My bad. The Dodgers. Yeah. That's crazy. He's like a $700 bill 10-year contract or something.
Yeah, but it's all getting deferred. $2 million a year right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he deferred it to after his.
Yeah, he's getting paid $68 million on deferment, bro. So like he did that as a favor to the Dodgers. It sounds like so that they can sign other players and they can just like win a bunch of championships.
Jeez.
But I will say, my Sunday League baseball team is full of younger Samo High alumni. So a lot of them I play with have been to Samo High before, but they're just younger generations. So they're like freshmen, sophomores when we were there.
Yeah. Were you cool with Julian Solomita at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big solid.
You gotta get him on the show because he was on the baseball team for a while. And probably Nick as well.
Andrew Montanari.
Yeah. I remember, Montanari. I remember that name.
We're trying to get everybody on, dude.
Whoa. Yeah. Do you have any of their contacts, to be honest? Anyone from high school?
I have their contacts. I follow them on IG.
Okay.
Yeah. I can shoot you their page.
Yeah. We'll try to reach out. But
all
right. Last segment that we do. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, I was gonna say hit him with the final plug, man, if you need it.
The final plug, bro. The final plug is that the floor is yours to say whatever you want to our high school class, people watching, to get your word out, because it's been 13 years, bro. And I'm sure a lot of people, they miss you. They want to hear from you. And, the floor is yours, bro.
Well, shoot, I'd just like to say, 13 years is a long time. You still don't know what you're doing. Take your time. Don't rush it. Like, it'll come to you eventually. Like, you don't have to feel like because we're in our 30s now that you're running out of time. Nah, man, take your time with it. Think it through. Find what suits you the best. Like, it took me almost half the time, like 23, to figure out what I wanted to do, and I still wasn't even sure about doing it. So, hey, take it easy. Enjoy life. Enjoy the people around you. Surround yourself with good people. Find something that makes you happy. Do it to the fullest. And then link up with friends when you can. This was great. I appreciate you guys having me. Definitely good to see some great familiar faces. Most definitely. I'm definitely hit up Jim, bro. You in Hawthorne, dog. I'll be playing baseball down there too. Like,
man, text me, bro. I'm gonna slide you my number and let's link up, bro. I'm super down.
Yeah, Tyler, I might see myself at JBLM with one of these trainings, dog. So
all right,
you already know. And if I'm in Oregon, you right there.
Yeah, so, even if you're in Oregon, man, hit me up. We'll definitely hang out anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, dude. That'd be epic. But yeah, it's shitty that we didn't have the 2020, 10-year reunion. But me and Jim are doing our part, trying to get some classmates on. So we'll see how far we get. But we're really excited about it, man.
You guys are doing great things. Keep it up. Most definitely appreciate you guys for doing this for real.
Yeah, man. Love, Mikey. Thanks for coming on, bro. And just like that, that's the end of the podcast. And we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.